Jasper, we're rolling.
I heard you the first time. Give me a second. Charging? Okay, we're good. So, today, we will be reviewing Indiana Jones and the Legend of the Crystal Skull. Why is there a poorly animated gorilla on my indie collection?
You're reviewing Donkey Kong and the Legend of the Crystal Coconut.
Yes. It's all coming back to me now. All coming back. It's here. Okay. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Sorry everybody for the don't look at me. I gotta get out of here. Enjoy.
3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
Fine. After reviewing my second option, I decided to much rather ruin this half of my childhood. Thanks, George Lucas.
Hey, I can see my reflection.
Pause right there. This is an interesting piece of engineering. They've actually managed to capture the reaction of every viewer who's seen this film and reflect it onto this 3D image. It's the future.
Alright, let me dial it back for you a bit. Donkey Kong, if you don't already know, was originally featured in the arcade game, you guessed it, Donkey Kong, where he fought his arch-rival Jumper Man, which I think is French for Mario. His renowned success at throwing barrels at this obviously much smaller opponent, Nintendo gave him his very own gaming saga. For the same reason that Microsoft and Bungie are making a 5th Halo. For the fans! And it is not uncommon for gaming companies to flaunt their cash magnets on the big screen just to follow in the footsteps of their ancestors in testing the thin, frigid ice that idea is. Examples such as Mortal Kombat, which had the goal to make a sequel, the yes, there's a Mario movie, and yes, there's a Halo 1 too, and yes, I'm throwing in Battleship just because I can.
But never before has it been thrown so lazily at my cornea as it has right here.
Don't look at his butt, don't look at his butt, don't look at his butt, don't look at his... Yes! Son of a small...
And in case you didn't notice, he was just singing right then. How often does this happen in this movie, you ask? You may want to sit down.
Jasper?
What is it, announcer me?
This is not the first time DK has been a pop icon.
Bluff! There's a bluffalo among us!
I am joking.
Yeah, one example.
Here we go. Performance for you. If you know the words, you can join in too.
Viewers, for those of you who are still sitting, I stand corrected. Ah, shoot, now my head's off. And as far as the actual story is concerned, it goes like...
He stole a coconut, brought it to the island, scabby scum swindler that he was, etc., etc. He stashed it in the eye of Inca Dinka, coconut popped out, blah, blah, blah. DK found it, yada, 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 deemed future ruler of Congo Bongo, the end.
If it's still unclear to you after that, we also have...
Congo Bongo Island family heirloom, me yada yada yada. Claim me birth great 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 grandpappy, pity the landlubber, shark babe, what stuffs me, yada 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 yada. What was the next part?
Your tooth?
Oh yeah. Ow!
You see, this is what happens when you don't give your writers a raise. I'm looking at you, Stephen Moffat.
The story is as follows. The first episode, DK and friends have a pointless subplot involving the crystal coconut. Bad guys come and take the crystal coconut. A few Scooby-Doo chase scenes and bad puns later, DK and friends get it back.
The second episode goes...
DK and friends have a pointless subplot involving the crystal coconut. Bad guys come and take the crystal coconut. A few Scooby-Doo chase scenes and bad puns later, DK and friends get it back. Sound familiar? Don't worry. You have 4 episodes to get all cozy and intimate with that plot.
Alright, quick recap. We got Donkey Kong.
A large knuckle-headed ape who messes up everything but is still held as a hero in the ironic sense of the word. He is accompanied with his best friend Diddy Kong, who...
I got you good, didn't I?
Oh my lord, shut up! Followed by Cranky, who's the only one who seems physically aware of his situation.
And would most likely be me if I was ever animated.
Also, we can teleport. They kind of gloss over that one. There's the token offensive racial stereotype of the century, Funky Kong.
Sounds fly!
And of course, DK's prepare to grimace love interest. I did not study. We're all in constant rivalry against the crowd favorite King Karul and his far less memorable henchmen, and some pirates that are firm believers that the word "arg" can spice up any conversation.
Oh, not again.
Arr!
Oh, hey, I think I know what that means. That's one of those sentence enhancers. You just sprinkle it over anything you say and level. You got yourself a spicy sentence sandwich.
And I refuse to acknowledge this little pain in the gut with his little pain in the gut song, and his pain in the gut voice and face, and oh, it makes me so angry.
Speaking of things that upset me, their interactions. As in, good guys are good because the plot demands it, bad guys are bad for similar reasons. It's like in an action movie, if you can't find a way to show that the villain is bad, you make them Nazis. Because no matter how bad or terrible that your hero is, at least they're doing all these horrific things to the Nazi party. It's lazy writing. And I mean, given they replace Nazis with pirates, and given the intending audience is children, and God forbid we make them think.
I will, however, give them credit for making their characters consistent.
And there were moments when I found their banter mildly amusing. When asked to put a single action sequence in this movie, the animator firmly replied,
Oh, I am. I'm only burning my half.
Every conflict, and I mean every conflict in this film, is resolved by petty arguments stolen directly and shamelessly from every middle school game of Keep Away ever.
Well, you needn't worry your big ugly head about that now, matey, 'cause it belongs to me. So hand it over.
You can't have it. It belongs to me.
I got a hand cannon here that can prove you wrong.
But I'm the future ruler of Congo Bongo.
Future ruler, you!
I'm warning you.
Ooh, well, shiver me timber.
yes it is.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
I will write mean things about you on the internet!
No, it isn't.
I slipped in another category. Shoot me. But if I don't talk about this now, no one will. As much as you claim to hate this music, even as you're listening to it now, deep down in that cold adult heart of yours, there's a hyperactive toddler dancing around in his Spider-Man pajamas singing incoherently along.
Although I will not say yay or nay as to whether any of these was out of my iPod.
I will say they're as catchy as influenza, and I made medical attention. If this movie wasn't as long as an Oscar Mayer hot dog injected with gamma rays and high calcium milk, I may have actually enjoyed this movie. Let me finish. Did I enjoy myself at some points? Yes. Is it fun to a small extent? Yes. Would I recommend it to my viewers? No more than to recommend jet fuel to your morning protein shake. Unless you're real, man. 3 out of 10, you've been warned. But I dare you. Also, why are these things put in episodes? I mean, it doesn't
No,
make
it's
it.
from a TV show.
It's what?
Yeah, they're in their second season. Yeah, curse you, fucking science, you sick, twisted. Why can't I stop watching this?